Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Radhe. Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Radhe. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Shri Shri Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. We start with prayers. You can recite these prayers after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashattadesha Tarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Like this. Hare Krishna. So very happy to be with all of you. Hare Krishna. So very happy to be with all of you. So here today we shall be discussing on a wonderful topic called as scientific understanding of God's nature. So what is Lord all about and what is his nature? Nature in the sense, see all of us we have our particular nature. So does Lord also has his nature? So understanding the Lord's nature. How does Lord behaves with his devotees and who he is actually? Two things will be seen, that who he is actually and how he behaves and how he reciprocates with the devotees. So we are having booklet for this particular uh, series of the lessons what we are going to have. We are going to have four lessons. And can you give a book? So here is a book for this is a 100 rupees book. One devotee you can give. Both of you together you can. In that some exercise will be there. You can solve that exercise. When I will tell, we can come to second chapter in that scientific understanding of God's nature. Last week we covered password for happiness. Half part we covered. I will again take later somewhere. So we'll start with the scientific understanding of God's nature. So whenever I will tell that time you open. Now you keep it close with you. Now you keep it close with you. Whenever I will tell you open, and we'll be solving some exercise and everything in that. So you can recite this shloka after me. We shall be starting from Srimad Bhagavatam shloka. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. जन्माद्यस्य यतः अन्वय इतरस्य चार्त्वेषु अभिज्ञास्वरान् तेने ब्रह्महृदय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. So this is the first shloka of Srimad Bhagavatam. You can see here 1.1.1. This is the definition of Bhagavan. The first shloka itself of Bhagavatam says who is Bhagavan. I recite this shloka once again fully myself, and then I will go word by word. What is the definition of Bhagavan? That who is Lord? How Lord is defined? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadesya जन्माद्यस्य तन्मयात् पितरस्य चात्वेषु अभिज्ञास्वरान् तेने ब्रह्महृदयादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयाः तेजो वारिमृतां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि. So the meaning of this shloka is yes, give me 1 minute. Online it is showing my mirror video. So those are seeing their symbol. So it starts with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So what do you mean by Om Namo Bhagavate? Om. Om is a connotation or Om is a sambodhan. Sambodhan for the Lord. So this Om address for the Lord. And this is called as Pranava Sarva Vedesha. This Omkar is called as Pranava Sarva Vedesha. Pranava in Bhagavad Gita it comes. Pranava means what? See all the mantras, all the Vedic mantras, they will start with Om. Even though somebody is addressing Indra or Chandra or Vayu, some anything like that, but still it will start with Om. So what is the significance of that? That even though somebody may worship any demigod or something, but that has to start with the worship of Lord Vishnu only. That has to start with the worship of Lord Vishnu. That Om signifies that, and also this Om is a impersonal or addressing the all pervasive the Supreme Lord. So Supreme Lord is understood in three features. The same Supreme Lord is understood in three features. What are these three features? Say, take an example. We are approaching a mountain. Okay? When we are seeing the mountain from the distance, how it looks? Little hazy. We are not able to see it clearly. Little hazy understanding will be there. But when we go a little near, it becomes more and more clearer. And when we are actually on the mountain, then it is more clear. When we are actually on the mountain, then it is more clear. So similarly, about Supreme Lord's understanding is also like that. That when somebody is seeing the Lord from the distance, he is understood as a Brahma Jyoti, just as a light, just as an energy. Many people they say Lord is just like a energy. So that is also correct understanding, but it is not a complete understanding. It is correct understanding, but not complete understanding. So there is difference between correct and complete. There is a difference between correct and complete. So take an example. You ask a small child, what is 2 minus 3? What he will tell? Sir, you don't know this much also. Always smaller digit is deducted from the bigger digit. So is he correct? Yes, he is correct according to his understanding. He is correct according to his understanding. But when they grow, say at the age of Ravita and others, they will minus, there is a negative number line also. So more complete understanding of algebra is this, that there is negative understanding, negative number line also. And more than that is complex numbers also. When you will come to 11, 12, you will understand complex number, root of minus 1, iota and all these things. And but now if they are given integration and other things, they say, sir, you don't know how to write S also properly. Why are you writing this elongated S, integration and other things? So it is like that. There is a difference between correct understanding and complete understanding. So the initial understanding of the people that Lord is energy and everything, that is correct, but it is not a complete. So Om Namo Bhagavate. So I am offering Namaha. Namaha means what? I am offering my obeisances to that Supreme Lord who is impersonal Brahman also, but he is Bhagavate, means he is Bhagwan as well. He is what? He is Bhagwan as well. And as a Bhagwan feature, he what do we mean by Bhagwan? Bhagwan is person. Bhagwan means what? Person. And that person, Parashar Muni gives the definition of Bhagwan, that one who is possessing six opulences in full. One who is possessing six opulences in full, he is called as Bhagwan. So, what are six opulences? What are the six opulences? Anybody can tell? You have know this. What are the six opulences to the Lord? Wealth, strength, wealth, beauty. What we get attracted to? Fame, what is renunciation and knowledge. Knowledge, strength, beauty, then fame, renunciation, and knowledge was already done. Wealth. So these are the different six opulences of the Lord. Opulences means what? Aishwarya. Aishwarya means by this he becomes attractive. What is the name of Krishna? What is the meaning of Krishna? Krishna means all attractive. Krishna means all attractive. And he becomes all attractive because of these six features. And he is having all these six features in full. He is having all these six features in full. That is why he is called as Bhagwan. That is why he is a person. Now somebody may say, sir, how he is person? How can he be a person? Because when somebody says a person, with the personal understanding comes limitation. Say take an example, we all are person. So now we are here. That means we are not in our flat. Except Priti Mataji, she is here only. But no, we are not in our home because we are here. So when we say this personal understanding of the Lord, people say that if you say Lord as a person, it will put limitation to him. It will put limitation to him. But Lord's personality and our personality is different. Let us see how it is. Let us see how it is. The next line. Janmadi yasya yatah. Janma adi yasya. Means what? Lord is the one from whom everything comes. Janma adi. He is a adi. He means he is the oldest person. Adi. And Janma adi. That means everything comes from him. Everything, everything is emanating from him. He is the source of everything. He is the source of everything. Now, when people say if he is source of everything, that means he is the oldest person. And if he is the oldest person, that means he should be like having big beard and white and everything. So many of the times, some religions they portray God's image like this: very old person with wrinkles and this and that. No, not like that. Hmm? He is not like that. And if now, how can we say that he is the origin of everything? Krishna himself tells in Bhagavad Gita that Jan, I am the seed giving father, that aham sarvasya prabhava sarva matta sarvam pravartate. What is sense? That I am a seed giving father. Everything emanates from me. Everything emanates from me, like the Lord says. So, and how can we say that? See, whenever any good thing is, good government or anything is there, behind that some person is there. Any organization is there, behind that some person has to be there. Without a person, organization cannot stay. Without a person, organization cannot function properly. So similarly, this world when we see, it is having such a systematic, everything is going systematically, so much so that we can even tell that when sunrise will be there and when sunset will be there, isn't it? When sunrise and sunset will be there, that also we can predict. Then how can things will be not, if we can predict that how when sunset and sunrise will be there, then how can we say that it is coming automatically, isn't it? So there has to be a person who is handling all this. So then people accept that okay, person created it, but it became so much complicated for him that he left everything and went there. So he is a controller also. It is not that he is only generator, he is operator also. Generator means from whom everything came, and operator means who is operating as well. So he is generator also and operator also. And if it is required, he is destroyer also. That is his God, God. Generator, operator, and destroyer. That is his God, generator, operator, and destroyer. So when we see that behind every electric supply and everything, engineers and everything is there. When satellites are kept into the orbit, hmm, it needs some monitoring. It needs some monitoring. That is why NASA, ISRO, all these things are there. Why? Otherwise, they are running. When we sent Chandrayaan 3 to moon, did it go just like that? No, no. Just somebody took a satellite and threw into the air. And they said, some mantras are chanted and said, now go to the that. Did it happen like that? No. There has to be a lot of organization behind that. Or so many scientists are sitting there and managing it. So if a small satellite needs if a small satellite needs some monitoring and everything, then why not the big satellite? Earth is a satellite, isn't it? Earth is a satellite. Who is holding the satellite in the moment and perfectly? It is not near to the sun, not away from the sun. If it goes little bit near to sun, it will burn. If it is little away from the sun, it will freeze. There will be no life. It is exactly kept. So who is doing all these things? Who is maintaining all these parameters and everything? So when we see that when we see the things are systematically going on this line, that means there has to be a person behind that. It is not a impersonal thing. Give me just 1 minute again. Yes. Some of my videos going mirror. How to put it right? Abhijit, no, can you manage like this with mirror video? Abhijit, no? अच्छा ठीक है चलेगा लिसनिंग मोड में नो प्रॉब्लम फाइन. So like this, whenever there is a, say take an example now our missile man. So is it like when they're experimenting with missiles and everything, is it just like it will happen just like that? Or there has to be a person, a people, not only one person, there is a team of the people who are studying on different minute parameters. Little bit parameter will go here, there. That missile instead of going to enemy's party, it will blast here only. It may happen like that, isn't it? So whenever there is an organization, there is a person behind it. So this proves that behind this cosmic universe also there has to be a person who is managing this. It cannot be like this. And even if you take another example, see if we track, we came from our father came from his father, like that. If we track behind, see here a beautiful photo is given. Here four generations. Like a child, his father, his father, his father. So like that, if we go ultimately, then we'll understand that we are coming from a living person. We are coming from a living person. It will never happen that uh, we are coming from matter. Life comes from life. Life does not come from matter. Life comes from what? Life. Life will never come from the matter. And actually, there are four ways by which life comes. There are in this world there are four ways birth happens. One is called as, okay, I'll take it little ahead. One way the life comes is by andaja. Andaja means from eggs. Life comes from eggs. That is one way of life coming. Second way of life coming is uh, udbija. Udbija means bija means what? Seed. Like trees and other things, they come from seed. Then there is a jarayuja. Jarayu means what? From like mammals, those who come from the embryo. And then there is a Swedaja. Swedaja means they come from the sweat and dust, like bugs, like bed bugs or some different insects. They are born from the sweat and the dirt. When it is mixed together, then moisture is there, then they will take birth. But that does not mean that they are coming from the matter. They're already in that living entities are there, but they flourish in particular condition. They flourish in particular conditions. Say, take an example. You might have seen when there is some particular food item, and when we keep for a long time, and when there is a moisture and everything, some particular time, some particular condition, then the fungus and everything will come. That is live. That fungus and this is that is having life, algae and fungus. So then from where it is coming? From that moisture and when there is already life is there, and from there it is coming when there is a favorable conditions. And people, when it was happening, that time people were saying no, it is automatically coming, it is coming from matter. But then Louis Pasteur, who is a famous biologist, he did one experiment. What was the experiment? He came these two food items, one in a swan flask and another in a straight burette. Hmm. So the swan neck flask, it was allowing air to pass, but it did not allow dust to pass. It did not allow dust particle to pass to that food item. And a straight wave rate what was there, it was allowing dust also and uh, air and everything also. So then after few days, the fungus was developed in this particular food item, but it was not there in the swan neck. So that also proves, because in both there was a tendency to give birth or give rise to a life, but then because of certain conditions were not favorable, so it did not happen like that. So this proves that life comes from life. Life never comes from the matter. So if life does not come from matter, then how can whole creation can come from matter, isn't it? Many times they say it came from Big Bang or chemical primordial soup theory or chemical evolution or natural selection and like this. But natural selection in that everything will work. Say take an example, water is a combination of hydrogen and oxygen. But who made hydrogen and oxygen? From where it came? That question has to be there. So somebody has to make it. Chemical will also never come from what you say matter. Chemicals are also generated from the live entity only. Like lemon, citric acid. What is citric acid? Lemon juice. Whether lemon juice anytime generated from the dead lemon tree? No. Only when lemon tree is alive, then lemons will be generated, and that acid will be there. Otherwise, from dead lemon tree, lemons will never come. So in that way. So Lord is the origin of everything. Janmadi yasya yata. Come to the exercise booklet. So Lord is the supreme person who maintains us and who sustains us. So page number 7, your exercise 1 is there. Can someone read the question number 1? Page number 7, question number 1.
Number 7, because everyone wants more.
No, not that 7. Sorry. I think chapter number. Can you give me book? No? 7. She will. That is, and this chapter number. Chapter 2nd. No. Page number 22. Come to page number 22. We are learning second chapter in this book. Page number 22. Can someone read the question?
So the following examples are used to logically prove that God is a person and not in person.
Read the options and then you can raise the hand for correct or wrong. Read the options.
A child is born from their parents who are persons. B, a government is run by a prime minister. C, the sun shines automatically without any controller. D, a satellite is controlled by a scientist.
So how many of you say A is correct? There can be multiple correct answers. Sir. A is correct, yes. A is correct. The child is born from his parents who are persons. So ultimately, going behind, also we can say that our ultimate father should also be a person. Second, how many of you say second is correct? This example is given to logically prove that God is person. Government is run by prime minister. Government is impersonal. Government is not a person. Government is what? An entity. But it is run by the prime minister. Yes, that is also correct option. The way this universe is running, but that universe is run by a supreme lord. The way we have ministries. See, in our government, we have different ministries. What are the different ministries we have? Finance ministry, health ministry, home ministry. Different ministries are there, and they are also run by different cabinet ministers. Similarly, in this universe also there are different ministries, like rains. Who controls the rains? Indra. Indra is the one who controls the rains. And water is controlled by Varuna. Water, these puddles and everything, or river, they are controlled by Varuna. Fire is controlled by Agni. Sunlight is controlled by Surya God. Air is controlled by Vayu. So these are cabinet ministers. Indra, Chandra, Vayu, all of them are like cabinet ministers who are taking care of different departments. And the supreme minister is prime minister, who is Krishna, Lord Vishnu, in that way. Okay, go ahead. C. Sunshine automatically is without control. No, that is not correct. How many of you say D is correct? Yes, D is also correct. A satellite is controlled by scientist. Okay. Second question, can somebody read?
What conclusions can be drawn from the example of the satellite being controlled by a scientist? A. Intelligent control is required for systematic operation. B. Machines operate on their own without any design. C. Every complex system has a guiding intelligence. D. Satellites prove the universe is impersonal.
So what can be the correct options? A. Intelligent control is required for systematic operation. How many of you say this is correct? Yes. Intelligence is required to control the systematic operation. Machines operate on their own without any design. No, not at all. And there has to be a particular design. Design means what? How a particular thing works. That is called as design. Design does not mean just a drawing or something. Design means how a particular thing will work. That is called as design. Like many of you design the softwares. Like sensors are designed in particular way. Sensor means what? So take an example. Automatic opening and closing doors are there. So your lift door. As soon as a person will come in between, the sensor will be blocked and door will again open. So that sensor is designed in that particular way to function in that way. So similarly, machine operates the way it is designed, not that without any design and anything. See, complex system has a guiding intelligence. How many of you say yes? Yes. If say there is some complex system, there has to be an intelligence. Unless and until good intelligence is there, there cannot be a complex system. And we see universe, such a complex systems are there, isn't it? One another, different things are depending on one another. Yes or no? Like, and one person is a food for another person. One living entity is food for another living entity and everything. All those things are there. Very complex mechanism is there. So somebody is controlling it. It is not just made and left. Satellites proves the universe is impersonal. No, that is not correct. Hmm? Satellite does not prove that universe is impersonal. Okay, third question, can someone read?
What logical
Hey, somebody, both of you read already.
Why is God described as
This assignment is not for only for them, for everybody it is there.
why is the third question? Why is God described as the ultimate father in the passage? Because every living being comes from a father, ultimately tracking back to God. Because the idea of a father is only metaphorical and not literal. Because God is the origin from whom everything is born. Because all scientists agree that origin of everything is a personal God.
So what can be the correct options?
was correct first.
A and C. Because everything, yes, A is correct. And because God is origin from whom everything is born. Yes.
Because all scientists agree that origin of God, everything is a personal God.
All scientists don't agree. All scientists don't agree. Huh? Yes, exactly. Okay. So what logical argument? Fourth question. What logical arguments are presented against the idea that life comes from matter, like a stone? Can someone read the options?
We never see life coming from dead matter like stones. Life always comes from life as seen in their offspring relationship. See, matter contains hidden life that can emerge under right conditions. See, there must be a living origin behind all living entities.
So what logical arguments are presented against that life cannot come from the matter?
First A option, B option.
So how many of you say A is correct?
See life coming from dead matter like stones. Yes.
Yes, correct. B, how many of you say B is correct?
B is also correct.
Okay. C,
No, no. It doesn't contain B is also
there must be living origin behind all living entities. That is correct. And matter contains hidden life that can emerge under the right conditions. Matter does not contain, but there may be some, what to say, some living entities, huh? Like not earth. Huh, in earth, suppose if that bread and other things are there, in that also living entities are there which flourish under certain conditions. Like now you cover a box of grains and everything, and after few days if you don't open it and some moisture or something is there, there will be some insects. From where those insects came? So those souls were there, but they flourish under certain condition. The souls, they flourish under certain condition.
that means it accommodates the life. Is that correct?
Huh?
Matter accommodates the life.
Matter, yes. See, we, our this body is there, and his body, in this body we are having, uh, actually these souls, how do they enter our body? Through grains. How the soul enters through in our body also? Through grains. Like when a father gives seed to a mother through the semen, so he is giving a soul. That soul is transferred. You can take that support if you want. So in that way. Okay. Fifth one. What are the shortcomings? Somebody can read. What are the shortcomings of modern scientific explanations of origin as highlighted in the text? Option A. Scientists do not acknowledge a personal origin. Option B. They cannot explain the source of elements like hydrogen and oxygen. Option C. They say chemicals exist without explaining the source. Option D. They provide technological applications, but it would be helpful for all over if they can also provide solutions to problems arising from such applications. ABC is correct and D is wrong. ABC is correct and D is wrong. Okay. Scientists do not acknowledge a person. Yes. They cannot explain the source of elements like hydrogen or oxygen. Yes, they are also correct. That is also correct. That they cannot explain the source of elements. And D, they provide technological applications, but it would be helpful for all world if they can also provide solution to problems arising from such applications too. But they cannot provide solutions. They say chemicals existed without explaining their source. That is also correct. All are correct. So going ahead, I told this also that Udvija, Andaja, and Svedaja, and so you can read this on your own, Jarayuja and everything. I will go a little ahead. And this exercise will solve at the end. More and more exercise is there. Little simple. Now coming back to our shloka again. What we are discussing, I'll show here on the screen. So till now we discussed this, that Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Om Namaha, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Namaha means I am paying obeisance. Om is the impersonal form. Bhagavate means Bhagwan. And Vasudeva. Who is Vasudeva? He is the son of Vasudeva. Vasudeva means he is the son of Vasudeva. Now somebody may say, Prabhuji, if he is origin of everything, then how he can be son of Vasudeva? If he is origin of everything, how he can have somebody as origin? That means Vasudeva should be the person. But why here Vasudeva is written? Because he is, he accepts he accepts, when he comes to this material world, then he accepts uh, some of his devotees as his father and mother to come to this world. When he comes to this world, then he accepts some of his devotees as his mother and father to reciprocate with them, to reciprocate loving exchanges with them. This is the nature of the Lord. This is the nature of the Lord. That whenever he comes to this material world, he accepts his devotees, who those are very loving devotees of him, as a mother, father, friend, lovers, and masters, like that he accepts. So that is his nature actually. He is very loving person. Even though when we say Lord is a supreme person and supreme Lord, that does not mean he's like a judgment day father who is there to punish us. You did this mistake, now you go to hell and this and that. That is very wrong understanding of the Supreme Lord. That is not the nature of the Lord. That is not the nature of the Lord. But when we go astray, then He will put some agency to bring us back onto the track. Say, take an example. Suppose one fine day, the students, they are not. We'll take example of one tuition teacher, Mataji's tuition teacher. Say there was one day one child was there around say Girik's age. Your age is 10, 12. Okay, sorry, I underestimated. So say take an example, Girik's age, some students are there, and he was not studying at home. Mother, father were asking him to study, but he was not studying at home. So what they will say, go to the tuition. And then tuition teacher, Mataji will give some sums for that child to solve. And then he will solve nicely and everything. And at the end, that parents will pay some money to teacher. Hmm? Now this child is, sir, brother, what are you doing? Whole work I did. Who solved the problems? I solved the problems. Ma'am was just giving you problems. I solved the problems. So money should be given to whom? To me. Why are you giving money to teacher? I solved the problems. Money should be given to me. Why you are giving him? So father will say, because when I was asking you to solve, you did not solve. So I only kept teacher to make you understand. And sometimes teacher may slap us. Nowadays I don't know whether teacher slaps or not, but we got nicely in our times. All of us, those who are elders, all of us we nicely got like this, like this, like this, all the way. In between this, everywhere. And now, and if you go and tell teacher, teacher, if you beat me, I will tell my father. Teacher will tell your father only told me to beat you. Your father only employed me to beat you. So, like that, Lord employs Maya Devi to train us and to bring us on the track so that we again align with the Lord. Why this material world is created in this way? So that we understand that this is not the place for us. Like last time also we were discussing why sufferings are there in this world, so that we understand that this is not our place where to stay. This is not the place where to stay. Suppose if I keep my hand in the fire and if it does not give any sensation, then I will not take it out. It will, and after some time, hand will not be there only, isn't it? So similarly, the sufferings are given in this world so that we understand this is not the place for us. Hmm. So that is Vasudev is that means Lord comes to this world to show trailer of the spiritual world and how the loving dealings are there in the spiritual world. That is told by the Supreme Lord when He comes here, and from Him everything comes. Janmadisada. Anvayat itarascha. Chatvashi abhidnya swara. Abhidnya. Now next quality of the Lord is, next nature of the Lord is abhidnya. Abhidnya means what? He is a knower of everything. Abhidnya. Abhidnya means what? He is knower of everything. He knows past, present, and future, as well as he knows in and out of us. He knows our intentions. Sometimes it makes us a little fearful. Lord knows my intentions. Yes, He knows our intentions. Like with what intention we are doing, He knows it. with what intention we are speaking with someone, somehow, what language we are using, and how we are dealing. Outwardly, we may say Hare Bol, Hare Krishna, inside what is going on, I'll see you. Something like that. So now he's Abhijna. We can also be Abhijna, but we know about ourselves that was a little bit. We are also knowers, but we are tiny knowers and to limited understanding. We don't even know that how much food I digested. Morning we took something. Does anybody knows how many percentage digestion is done? No, we don't know that. But Lord is a super soul. He knows about me and about everybody also. In the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it will come that in 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it comes about Kshetra and Kshetrajna. Kshetra means what? The field of activity. So this body is called as field of activity. And Kshetrajna means who is a knower about this field. So there are two knowers, soul and super soul. Soul means Atma and super soul means Paramatma. Both of them are the knowers about this body and the activities of this body. But the soul, the individual soul is tiny knower. And the super soul is a supreme knower. He knows everything. He knows our intentions also. So much so that as soon as we go into the garden, we need not to have extra endeavor to get a smell of the what to say flowers and everything. As soon as you entered, you must have got some sandalwood smell. So you need not to endeavor extra to get that smell. So similarly, Lord also knows about us in and out everything. So we need not to worry whether Lord hears me when we are chanting. Lord is hearing us. We need not to become tensed whether Lord is hearing me or no, whether Lord knows about me or no, whether Lord is taking note of me or no. Yes, he's taking note and he's reciprocating. He is reciprocating also.
Good
Ye
and bad,
yakamam prapadante.
good and bad both is.
Huh. He reciprocates. And he reciprocates the way we approach him. Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Ye yatamam prapadyante amsta chaiva bhajami. The way you approach me, I will reciprocate accordingly. If we approach Lord, or Lord is you are the supreme father, you are the supreme mother, you are supreme brother and sister, then Lord will reciprocate accordingly. But if you say, Lord, you are impersonal, you are just a light, you are just an energy, so Lord will give that understanding. Lord will give us those proofs and those understanding only. If we say Lord is a person, He will give us those examples and those proofs by which He will tell us, yes, He is a person. He listens to us actually. He listens to us. And to the degree we approach Him, the way we approach Him, He will reciprocate. As a person, not only I am telling about offerings to Him or this and that, but even this understanding of personal and impersonal also. If you approach the Lord as a person, He will reciprocate as a person. If you approach Him as an imperson, He will reciprocate as an imperson also. Like when we come in front of the Lord's deity form, and if somebody says, Lord is stone, so for him, Lord will be stone only. Hmm? Lord will give him all the proofs by which he will prove that Lord is stone. He is not a person. But if you approach the Lord, that Lord is a person. Even his Archa figure form is a person and he reciprocates. You will get those reciprocations. And to the degree we become more and more pure, to that degree we become more and more reciprocations will be there. It is not that only when I become very pure, then only I'll get reciprocations. No. Whatever stage we are at, to that degree, we get reciprocations from the Lord. And it happens. You will have your own experience as well. You will have your own experience as well. You pray to the Lord. See, now all of us who are sitting here, we are not come by chance. Who are sitting here, we are not come by chance to this satsang program and everything. There has to be some reason. There has to be some arrangements and everything by which we have come to this particular stage. You must have prayed to the Lord. You must be asking, oh Lord, please tell me, what is the goal of the life? How should I lead my life and everything? And is the life is meant for only like this, or there is some higher goal to the life? When we had asked such questions, then Lord has directed us to come here. So he's abhidnya. He knows our intentions. He knows our prayers. He listens to our prayers, and he will guide us accordingly. He's a Paramatma within our heart who is guiding us. So some of you came for Yagya, some of you came like Ramesh Pro is like a tennis partner of our Abhijit Bro, or Amit Pro is coming for programs. One fine day around exactly 2.5 years back, we were sitting in this room and having meeting. Me and Vishnu Prasad Pro was there, and Mataji, Abhijit Bro, Rashmita Mataji, and who else was there? I don't know. I think Gramjit Bro, and they were there. In this room, it started. Our people preaching started from here. So there then Rath Yatra was there, and then call came to temple that we are celebrating Rath Yatra in Pibel. Can some kirtan party come here and do some kirtan? So we said we don't just do kirtan, but we do follow programs also. So if you help us in doing some follow programs, then we are ready to come. Like that, those discussions happen in this room. Here, one sofa like this, these sofas were like this. Me and Mr. Prasad were sitting. I was with that man. That time fracture was there. So with that, sitting here and like that it happened. So it is not automatic. And I'll tell you, just 6 months before that, this happened in June. 6 months before that, we wanted to do some program here, and we have one devotee here. He's a Dr. Harish, orthopedician is Dr. Harish. His father is an initiated devotee. So he was asking for Bhagavatam installation. So in his home, we were trying to come, bring Radheshambra and everything and have some program. And from there, we wanted to start, but it did not materialize. But then after 6 months, call came. Okay, Rath Yatra is there. We wanted to do small program, but then call came for a bigger program. And so it is Lord's desire actually. We are just an instrument in the hand of the Lord to do it. And Lord's desire that this message should spread and everything. It is happening. And he is Abhidnya. And how he knows? Anvaya itarasya. That means he is a knower directly or indirectly. Hmm? Abhidnya, he is Abhidnya, he is knower. But how is a knower? He may directly know or he may indirectly know. But he will know. Directly or indirectly, he will know the things. Directly means by direct perception or indirect perception. He has his energies everywhere. He may not be there everywhere, yeah, in his personal form, but through his energies everywhere. Through his energies, he is everywhere. Like sun and moon are the energies of the Lord. They are called the eyes of the Lord. Hmm? So directly or indirectly, he is everywhere. Once it so happened, like our his good name, Ayansh. One day, Ayansh was given a mango. Ayansh, you like mango? Yes. Ayansh was given a mango and he was asked, eat this mango where nobody is watching you. Eat this mango where nobody is watching you. Where will you eat, Ayansh? Suppose somebody says, अगर कोई आपको बोलता है कि आप ऐसी जगह पे जाके खाओ जहाँ पे आपको कोई देख नहीं रहा, आप कहाँ पे जाके खाएंगे? कहाँ कहाँ पे जाके खाएंगे? घर पे? रूम में अकेले बंद करके खा लेंगे। बैठ कर नीचे जाएंगे। यस, अगर आपको मैंगो दिया जाता है, यू अंडरस्टैंड? ये अगर आपको मैंगो दिया जाता है और आपको बोला जाता है, यू गो टू द प्लेस एंड ईट वेयर नोबडी इज वाचिंग, व्हाट विल यू डू? Krishna is watching, nice Krishna. Now you want materialistic answer. Everywhere. Krishna is there in our heart also, as a super soul. So even though he may not be there as a sun, moon, or dark light, sometimes somebody say, I will eat on the outside day in a dark night, in a black room where nobody is watching me, this and that. Still, Paramatma is there in our heart only. How we will do it? How we will be doing it? So like that, Lord is awareness. He knows directly and indirectly. He will come to know. So we we cannot hide anything from him. This is the nature of the Lord. This is scientific understanding of the Lord. That we cannot hide anything from him. Sometimes people say they say not bribe, they will give under the table. Huh? Bribe will be given under the table. You do under table or over table, God will know it. Even though one may escape from the laws of this material world, laws of the government or somebody may escape. The laws of the Lord nobody can escape. And then what it does, Tene Brahma Adiridaya, Hare Krishna, welcome. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikave, Muhyati Surya. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikave. So what he does, he gives this knowledge to Brahmaji. He has given the knowledge from the beginning of the creation to Brahmaji from his heart. Tene Brahma Hridaya. He has given this knowledge to Brahmaji from within his heart. So knowledge is never generated. Knowledge is always existing. Knowledge is never generated, it is always existing. Sometimes they say no, edition 1, edition 2. There is no edition of Bhagavad Gita or no edition of Bhagavatam or like that. Knowledge is always knowledge. And it is given by Lord Krishna himself to Brahma within his heart, and from there it is coming down. Like Krishna has given knowledge to 4 people in the beginning. Brahmaji, Lord Shiva, Lakshmiji, and 4 Kumaras. 4 Sampradayas are there, no? Brahma Sampradaya, Shri Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, and Kumar Sampradaya. So the knowledge started from these Sampradayas. The knowledge about the understanding of the Supreme Lord and everything started from these 4 Sampradayas. These are the 4 authorized universities from where the knowledge is descending down. Just so this knowledge is coming from this. So in the beginning of the creation, this knowledge is given to Brahmaji, Lakshmi, 4 Kumaras, and Lord Shiva. And from there it is coming down. So knowledge is never generated or created. Knowledge is always like that. It is never upgradation will never happen. And what is the purpose of knowledge? Vedeshi sarve ahameva vedya Vedanta krit veda videhacha. So the purpose of all this knowledge is to know Krishna. Vedeshu sarve ahameva vedya. The purpose of all Veda is to know Krishna. And Vedanta krit veda videhacha means these Vedas are made by the Lord. The knowledge is given by the Lord. Vedanta krit, he is the maker of the Vedas. Veda videhacha. So he is the knower of the Vedas. He has given these Vedas, and by Vedas he is to be known. So that is the point. Yes, ask us.
Didn't Krishna give knowledge to Radharani?
That she don't need. I'm telling about material mind, not about the spiritual mind. So when they in this material world, this knowledge descends through these 4 personalities.
She means that Krishna gave knowledge to Lakshmi,
Huh.
not Radha.
Okay, like that. There is Radharani is a pleasure potency of the Lord. They are in the spiritual world. They are happy and reciprocation with the Lord. And actually, their knowledge is covered by the Lord so that they can have relationship with the Lord. So take an example. If Mother Yashoda understands that Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead, will Mother Yashoda run after him with the stick? She will be fearful. Arey, Bhagwan ko marungi. No. So their knowledge is covered by the Lord by Yoga Maya potency, so that they can have that reciprocation with the Lord. So Tene Brahma Adiridaya Kavai. So Lord gives this knowledge. And then Muhyanti has Surya. If this knowledge is not accepted properly, the knowledge about the Lord is not accepted properly, then even Muhyanti is bewildered. Even the Surya means what? Great demigods. Even the great demigods will get bewildered by the actions of Krishna. When we don't understand Krishna properly, Tattvataha, the actions of Krishna may bewilder even the great demigods also. Like Brahmaji was bewildered. Even the knowledge is given to Brahma only. But still he got bewildered when he saw Krishna is eating from others' mouth. When he was in the Vrindavan, he was taking the food which is he will feed his friend and he will take. His friend will take samosa. Krishna samosa is very nice. You also take. And Krishna take that samosa and eat. And then Brahmaji got bewildered. What is this? Krishna is a supreme pure. He is a supreme Brahman and Brahman. All Brahman has their follow him. And Brahmana will never eat juta from others' mouth and descendant. How my Lord can take food from others' mouth? And there are elaborate arrangements for offering food or bhoga to the Lord. How Lord is just accepting like this? Because he could not understand that. And that is why he got bewildered. So much so that he tried to steal the gopas and cows and everything. And then when he did that, when he came back to see, within a moment he came back to see what is happening. And there Krishna has already expanded into that many calves and covered boys also. That is what is Krishna. When even though many great demigods get bewildered. Like another example, Indra. Indra says, what is this? This childish, Balish, there are four words he uses. Balish means very childish, talkative means very Vachala means talkative boy, and naughty and restless. These four words he uses for Krishna. This Krishna is a talkative, restless, and naughty. He has spoiled my worship and asking them to worship Govardhan. What is this? Now I will see. So he does all the Govardhan Leela getting food shrines and other things. And then he comes to his senses. Who is Krishna? And after that also he does not stop there. When after few years Krishna kills Bhamasura. Krishna kills Bhamasura and Bhamasura has stolen the kundal of Aditi. Aditi is the mother of Indra. So Krishna goes to heaven to return those kundals to Aditi and Indra and say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna to Indra like that. But when he was coming back, Satyabhama asked for a Parijata tree. Satyabhama asked for Parijata tree. And Krishna just picks up that tree and brings to the he was bringing to the earth. When he was doing like that, Indra challenges again Krishna. How can you take it without my permission? He starts fighting with Krishna. And again Krishna defeats him. So much so people get bewildered. So what is become us? We may also get bewildered by the various pastimes of Krishna. So we have to understand the pastimes of Krishna Tattvataha in a proper disciplic succession from the proper sources and everything. We cannot just take Krishna for granted. We cannot, others will misunderstand his pastimes. Will thoroughly misunderstand his pastimes. When he comes to this world, he will do these pastimes to attract us to him. He will do these pastimes to attract us to him. But then we should not get bewildered by those pastimes. That is why we have to study them under the proper guidance. That is why we should study them under proper guidance. And then Tejo Varimridam Yatha Vinimaya Yatra Trisargam Risha. So whatever material and immaterial, what we are saying, Tejo means the light, Vari means the air, and Mridam means the earth. Whatever elements we are saying, all of them are also coming from Krishna himself. So whatever matter and spirit, everything is coming from Krishna. Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasya Satyam Param Dhimi. But that Supreme Lord, he always stays in his spiritual world. Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasya Kuhakam. And he is a Satyam Param Dhimi. So he always stays in his spiritual world and he comes to this material world to give us the trailer of his different activities. Yatra Trisargam Risha. Trisargam is these three waves, what say na? The lower, middle, and upper planetary system. They are also coming from him. These three things came from him, like light, air, and earth, and there are more actually. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. And then intelligence, mind, and ego. All 8 elements come from him. There are total 24 material elements. 5 senses, sense objects, sense devatas. I'll sometime later I'll explain that fully in detail. So Satyam Param Dhimi. This is the nature of the Lord. So we should not manufacture anything on our own. Now come to quiz number 2, page number 24. Hare Krishna. Quiz number 2, page number 24. Read the Can someone read the first question there? Exercise 2.
According to the Vedas, this category includes living beings that sprout from seeds. Andaja, Dravija, Udvija, Svedja.
So seed, who are coming from seed? Udbija, yes. Bija means seed. So yes, second question. What did Louis Pasteur's experiment demonstrate? I told this experiment. Swan neck. What does the Louis Pasteur's experiment demonstrate about the origin of germs? They can arise from chemicals and moisture. They generated spontaneously from matter. They come from pre-existing life. They do not exist in a clean environment.
Yes.
They come from pre-existing life. This is correct. C is correct. That these germs, they will come from pre-existing life only, because dust, in dust, this living entities, they are going through the dust. That I don't know, in swan neck, dust is not passing, only air is passing. But in a straight neck, dust is also passing. So in the dust, there are living entities, and from there it is sprouting. The living entities are sprouting from there. Which of the following statements best reflect the Vedic view of origin of life? And someone read the options.
Life can emerge from well mixed chemical substances. Life spontaneously appears at dirty places. Life always originates from a pre-existing living source. Life can sometimes be created in the laboratory.
So what do you say? What can be correct?
C is correct. And B is also correct. No? Life spontaneously at dirty places.
No. Life spontaneously appears in dirty places. Life can emerge from well-mixed chemicals. Life always originates from pre-existing source. Life can sometimes be created. C is correct. Hmm? Only C is correct. Life spontaneously appears in dirty places only now when there is a favorable conditions. That it will come in a dirty places and everything only when there is a favorable condition like moisture and other things. So it is not a spontaneously. It will always come from pre-existing living source. This is for Swastika and then fourth question. Match the following. Swastika, Rohita, Girik. Girik, read the fourth question.
Match the following living beings with their respective birth category. Pumpkin, lizard, calf. Which is the correct classification?
Pumpkin,
A. Pumpkin, andija, lizard, jarayuja, calf, udvija. B. Pumpkin, udvija, lizard, andija, calf, jarayuja. C. Pumpkin, swedaja, lizard, udvija, calf, andaja. D. Pumpkin, jarayuja, lizard, swedaja, calf, andaja.
so pumpkin comes from what? Pumpkin is a tree. Udbija, exact. And then lizard. Yeah, wait, let them. Yeah.
And calf,
Lizard comes from eggs. Yes. And calf comes from womb. So Jarayuja. Yes, exactly.
Pumpkin coming from Udvija, there is a
Acha.
Yeah.
That is other does not matter. Like elimination. Okay. Which philosophical conclusion does not comparison of God and living beings lead to? Based on the concept that life comes from life. Can someone? Vamshi Krishna, can you read the options?
meaning God must be an invisible force. B. God is impersonality that manifests in life forms. C. God is a supreme being, conscious and personal. D. God is dormant and only activates during creation.
So what can be the correct option?
C.
See, God is supreme living being, conscious and personal. Yes. Like we can eliminate these other things. How we can eliminate? God must be an invisible chemical force. No, He is not just a chemical force, because chemical force cannot think. Chemicals cannot think. They cannot feel. They cannot will. It is not just a chemical force. God is impersonal energy that manifests in the life forms. No, because we are a person. So how can our origin be impersonal? And the D is God is dormant, only active during creation. And I told this also that sometimes people say God created and because it became very complicated, so He left and went away. No, not like that. He is a controller also and uh, caretaker also, operator also. This we saw earlier. And sometimes when, as I was telling that if you don't understand Krishna properly, then uh, we may misunderstand him. See, we are part and now this is the last portion of our discussion. We are part and parcel of the Lord. We are part and parcel of the Lord. So we will also have same nature as Lord. We also have same nature as Lord. So whatever we feel, Lord also, whatever feelings we have, all those feelings are generated from the Lord only. Whatever feelings we have, all those feelings are also generated in the Lord. It is not that we feel anything new. Like the love between mother and child, or wanting to have like brother, sisters, or mother, father. All those things are originally present in the Lord. Lord also want to reciprocate. The way we want to reciprocate with the devotees, like that, Lord also reciprocates. It is so it is originating in the Lord, but Lord will have that in a pure consciousness, in a pure nature. But when it comes to us, it becomes it may have impurity in that. What is impurity? Because we want these relationships for our pleasure. So that is the difference between our relationships and the Lord's relationship with us. Like Lord's relationship with us is pure. He does not want to have relationship for his pleasure. He wants it for our pleasure. Means to benefit us. Like suppose a great this is there. What is a person, and somehow his son is lost. Somehow his son is lost. His son went astray. So does father will ever say that no, 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 you don't come back. You are gone case, don't come back. Whether father will say anytime like this? Never. As soon as that son wants to come back, father will happily welcome him back. And not only when son wants, even Lord will make arrangement. That father will make different arrangements to bring that son. Isn't it? Lord, that father will make arrangement to bring that son back to him. Yes or no? He will put some advertisement in a newspaper. My son is lost. Whether somebody finds it and this and that, he will give police complaint. This and that, missing and this and that. Somehow he will try to bring that son back. Similarly, Lord also wants us to come back to Him. Similarly, Lord also wants us to come back to Him. For whom? Not for His pleasure. For whose pleasure? For our pleasure. As the father will know that the child, if he goes onto the road without any assistant, he may get banged against some vehicles. So father knows it. But it's still if the child is very adamant, father may slap also to keep him back. Isn't it? So similarly, Lord tries his best to keep us with him. It is not for his pleasure, it is for whose pleasure? For our pleasure. It is not that if we are not with him, his lonely person is suffering. "Mere beta chala jaye." He has many, but still he cares for individual living entity. Even though he has many, many sons, all of us we are sons and daughters of the Lord. And everybody in this world are. So sometimes somebody may say, Prabhuji, we are unable to take care of if some 4 5 are there, we are unable to take care. That is why that slogan came in between hum do hamare do something like that. And nowadays hamare do hamare something people are changing it and to take care of other things. But Lord can take care of all of us. Hmm? Can he is taking care of all us actually. It is not can or maybe. He is taking care of all of us, and he is having individual relationship with everybody. We cannot say that if all of us, if we chant his holy names, hmm, then there may be busy line. Lord's line may come busy. इस लाइन की सब इस रास्ते की सभी लाइनें व्यस्त है, कृपया थोड़ी देर के बाद कॉल करें, something like that. No, we can reciprocate and we can connect with the Lord, and everybody can do. It is never busy. And Lord takes care of everybody individually. It is not that He will favor somebody and He will disfavor. Oh, I give little more attention to him, so now little less attention to her or something. Not like that. He gives attention according to the way we approach him. So Lord is now understand this very carefully. Lord is impartially partial. Who is Lord? He is impartially partial. What do you mean by impartially partial? Anybody can come into his fold of devotee. That is how he is impartial. He is impartial. That means anybody can become his devotee. There is no hard and fast rules. There is no background required that you should be Brahmin, you should be having this much income, or you should be born into only Telangana or India or like that. Then only you can become a devotee. No, there is no barriers to become devotee of the Lord. But once somebody becomes devotee of the Lord, then Lord is partial to them. Hmm? Lord is partial to them. That how Lord is partial to them? See, Krishna did so many. He gave chance to Karna also come on the right track. Hmm. But Karna did not listen, and Arjun chose Krishna. And Krishna did everything to protect Arjuna that he did not do for Karna. He gave him opportunity. You come on this side. Hmm. So he is impartial. And anytime Ramchandra gave opportunity to Ravana till last breath. Come here. You give back Mother Sita. He did not say Mother Sita. You give back Sita Devi and you surrender to me. I will protect you now also. But he did not. And that is how he was killed. Hmm. So Lord is impartially partial in the sense once uh, Akbar asked question to Birbal. Are, what is this shloka in Bhagavad Gita? Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita that aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshesya mimasucha arham tam tarishyami, that I will protect. Hmm. That shloka is there, na? Anantas chintayanta mam ejana paripasate. अनन्नस चिंतयन्तमा ये जन परिभाषते योग योगक्षेम वहां में उसके पहले क्या नाम था? No, no, that is 60. That is 66. This is अनन्नस चिंतयमा ये जन परिभाषते अहम अहम तेषां भी युक्तानां योगक्षेम वहां में. So what Krishna tells, कि whatever you have I will protect and whatever you lack I will give. So then Akbar asks question, and why Lord has to come himself? Why Lord has to come himself to protect his devotees? He can do it through some agencies also, na? Why Lord has to come himself to protect the devotees? Birbal told, I will tell you. One day I will give you answer properly. So news came that one child is drowning into the water. So Akbar sent some soldiers go and save him. And after few days, Akbar, Birbal, Akbar's son, some soldiers, they were going in a boat. And then Birbal picked up the Akbar's son and threw him into the river. Akbar, he just jumped into the river and saved his child and brought him in a boat and then brought him onto the banks. And then he was about to give slap to Birbal and everything. Birbal said, wait, Badsha. You asked me one day one question, that how Lord is partial to his devotees. Why Lord has to come himself to protect his devotees? This is how. That day, some news came that somebody is drowning into the water and you sent some soldiers. But today your son was drowning and you did not even care for your costly garment. You just jumped into the river and protected him. Why? So, because you will have natural affection for your son, you will have that natural affection for your own offspring. So, similarly, Lord also has the natural affection for his devotee. This is the nature of the Lord. It is not a flaw in the Lord. That is not the flaw in the Lord. That is the supreme nature of the Lord. So he is impartial. Anybody can become his devotee. And then once somebody becomes his devotee, he is partial to them. He takes care of them. Now, how he will take care, we cannot say how he is taking care. Lord is taking care does not mean that he will give us gadi, bangla, and this and that. That is not his care. That is the business. If somebody wants that with the Lord from the Lord, Lord मुझे गाड़ी दे दो, बंगला दे दो, ये कर दो, वो कर दो, that means they are doing business with the Lord. How Lord will take care, we will also not know. But He is taking care for sure. Rest assured that He is taking care of all of us without any impediments. He is taking care of us. Yes. And so whatever nature we have, it is originating from the Lord, but it is in a pure form in the Lord, not in the impure things.
And all emotions are what we get it from the Lord only, right?
Yes.
And what about the emotions like getting envious, jealous, and all these things? Because Lord will not be having all this.
So that is also generating from the Lord. Like
You can see. You
in like that is also in spiritual world. Competition, envy, that is also in spiritual world. How to serve the Lord? Like they will have competition. So what the competition they will have? Who will touch Krishna first, or who will make the best sandesh and give to the Lord? They will also have that competition, and those things gives pleasure to the Lord. Like what happened one day, Krishna is having two parties of the gopis. One is Chandravali and one is Radharani. There are two groups of the gopis. Chandravali is very mild and everything, and Radharani is little strong nature. But Lord likes that, and it is giving pleasure to him. Like sometimes it comes in Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 60th chapter, 60 chapter. The talk is between Rukmini and Krishna. So it happened when Rukmini and Krishna were already having grandsons and granddaughters. That time Krishna is speaking to Rukmini. What he was speaking? I think Rukmini, you did a wrong choice by choosing me as your husband. There were many kings lining to become your husband. Why you chose me? See, I ran away from the battlefield. I am called as run sword. I ran away from the battlefield, and then I I am not a king also. King of Dwarka is Ugrasen. I am just his servant. And like that, he was saying many arguments. So he wanted to tease Rukmini and he wanted to see that anger on the face of Rukmini. But it went into like another direction. Rukmini fainted actually. Seeing that, imagining that Krishna is, she may become separated from Krishna. And then Krishna brought her back to the senses and everything. And then Rukmini gave answers to all the arguments of Krishna that whatever he spoke is correct, but what decision she made is more correct than what he is saying. So you can read that 60th chapter of Krishna book. This is the Krishna book. So in this you can read that 60th chapter about talks between Rukmini and Krishna. So what I'm trying to say that all these emotions are there, but for the pleasing Krishna. In their pure state it is there. See, when it comes to this material world, it becomes impure because it is for our own pleasure. Okay. Anybody has any questions, any doubts, clarification?
Yes, अभी arrangement करते हैं, advertisement करते हैं, तो भगवान आनंद में क्या है?
यही तो करें ना,
सत्संग,
यही एडवर्टाइजमेंट है. हाँ?
Who is
और who is
last?
last ना?
So
We all are last. We are all are last sons of the Lord. So that all Rath Yatra, this Bhagavad Gita, and Bhagavatam, what all this? These are all advertisement. Lord Himself also comes to show the trailer of spiritual world. A movie, He says real movie is there. Trailer I will show you here. So that is how He comes. And there are different parts also. Like Krishna will come, Ramchandra will come, Narasimha will come, Radhe will come. Different ways. You can get correlate nicely with this. So he will come in a different forms and ways and means to give us trailer that your real home is in spiritual world, not here. You're at wrong place. Please come back to me. and then we need to purify ourselves. When we want to go there, we should acquire the qualities of the spiritual world. So when you now suppose you want to go for some cold season, cold area, so you need to carry warm clothes from here only. Hmm? You cannot go there and make the arrangements and everything. So similarly, when we are going to Vaikuntha, we need to have Vaikuntha qualities here only. We have to develop those qualities. So whole Krishna conscious process is for what purpose? To develop the qualities of Vaikuntha people here. That is why we chant, we hear, we become more and we want to purify ourselves more and more. We want to give up this wrong tendencies of lust, anger, greed, envy, and pride. We want to give them up and become more and more pure in the and purify our consciousness and go back to the light.
So we are prepared.
We are preparing.
Preparing.
We are preparing it. Yes, bro.
Can I add something?
Yes.
So, मुझे ने पूछा कि what God is giving us. So to reach the goal, there are the stages. There are two pros. One is the Shraddha, another Sadhu Sangati, Bhajan Kriya,